Hello and welcome. We're at the Ashton site of movie escape rooms and they've reported more activity than they bargained for. This is Ghost Dimension Flying Solo.
Coming up on Ghost Dimension.
What the hell is going on up there? What the hell was that? No! Oh, shine a light. That door's opening. Something touched my arm. That door opened. Ghost Dimension. You may remember that we investigated the site in Stockport of Movie Escape, and now we've been asked to investigate this site in Ashton, because it appears there's mysterious things happening here that are not part of the attraction. The building we're in now dates back to the early 1800s, when it would have been two separate houses, and the area we're in now would have been the cellars to the homes. Over the years it's changed many times. It's been private homes, private businesses, and is now part of Moviescape. But have the spirits left, or are they still dwelling here? There is speculation here of a man that was stabbed, which tragically led to his death. Now, we have been unable to find any confirmation during our research about this stabbing. However, that doesn't mean it didn't happen, and when it could have happened, because over many years records got lost and destroyed. Is this man still haunting this building? Will we find him tonight? The activity here is wide and varied and ranges from footsteps being heard in areas where there is no living souls. Light bulbs have exploded in their sockets and staff have heard their own names being called out. This very rocking chair has been heard moving when staff are on their own, and it has been found when investigated to be in a different position from where it was left. Could it be someone who lived and died here when this was private dwellings? Or could it be somebody who worked at one of the many businesses when this place was converted? Or could it be someone that was murdered here and it's now their restless soul reaching out for help? Whatever it is, we want to find out. And will we escape from the movie escape rooms here in Ashton? Ronnie, welcome back to Ghost Dimension Flying Solo.
It's good to see you again, Sean.
So we're here in Ashton. This is a different site of yours.
Yep.
Again, it's a building which was once two houses and has been converted now into, it's been a businesses over the years, hasn't it? And now it's part of movie escape rooms.
It's an old nightclub that was closed in 2009, and we found it really interesting for the path that we've gone down. It adds a lot of character. Obviously, with the history of Ashton as well, there's caves, tunnels that are under the town itself, the old air raid shelters. So with those bits of history tied into what we do, which is predominantly try and cause fun through scares, it just made the perfect setting.
I think, do you know what? It feels weird when you come into the building though, doesn't it?
We've brought it again. It's certainly got worse since we first met. So there wasn't a lot of activity, if I'm honest, other than what we do. And since meeting yourselves a few weeks ago, things have got
for people that were watching now, what happened is a few weeks ago we came here to have a look at the place, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then when we left, stuff went wacky.
Well, I've got video footage because things start to go crazy. I was talking to Paul about some of the artefacts that we've got and some of the things we do and how they can generate energies towards a building and a place if you introduce these, they bring things with them.
Yeah.
So recently we had a real problem with the sound system that we've got. I got a video of that, and basically we shut the sound down, and the stereo was still making noises. The speakers it sounded like growling.
Okay.
And then we got a doll. We went out because this is Alice's bedroom.
Yeah.
Poltergeist bedroom. It's very, very strange, very, very threatening.
Yeah.
And we needed a doll, and we found this perfect doll at a car boot that came with some history. And the guy was saying he actually gave us the Lord's Prayer to keep with the doll at all times, which we found bizarrely funny. And obviously we gutted this doll. We put some trickery inside the doll to make people jump, to scare people. And recently it's been scaring us. We've no idea what it's doing, why it's doing what it's doing, but it's certainly not right.
And it's not right. And have you got this on footage?
I have a video of when it first started to happen, and it started to happen when we went to lock it away, because we don't want people playing with anything that is cursed, so it's nice to have it in the room and bring that temperament, that atmosphere, but we don't want anyone really messing with it.
Yeah.
A bit like the Bible we've got. So we lock that away under very secure padlocks. We let people know that it's not part of the game, but throughout the game we wanted to make them jump by have this doll move. Recently it's just not worked at all. It really freaked out, and after that we kind of pulled the batteries out of it, and it's still going.
Let's go to that footage now and see what happened.
The doll's fine, like round the room, not really being funny, just a couple of glitches, but when we put her in this cupboard, she's really freaking out. Now, just to clarify, the remote's off. There's nothing on the remote. She's fine outside, and as soon as we try and put her in the cupboard, I can't control it. I'm going to turn the remote on, and she settles, but the lights don't go off. Even turning them off isn't working. Turn the remote off, put her in the cupboard, really not happy. Bring her out of the cupboard, fine. To the cupboard. So if someone can fix that for me, that'd be fantastic. That after the static war we had yesterday with the stereo, things are getting a little bit freaky in here.
Wow, that was really interesting. So this is that doll?
This doll we had made up to play with people and watch people around the room with an authentic background, which just makes it super spooky in a kind of fun way. It wasn't so much fun when there was only me and another chap here on our own, and we actually got everything ready and the room was finished, and we went to lock her in the cupboard. Sticky fingers, as the bloke introduced the girl called her. So we went to lock her inside the cupboard, and every time we do this, she's just not happy.
Can we try it now?
We can try and see if she does it again, but...
Oh, right, okay. Well, why is it doing that?
Well,
no idea.
I was hoping you could tell me, because there's no response. She's obviously on.
Yeah.
There's no response at all anywhere within the room.
And this is the remote control?
That's the remote. If you turn the remote on, we got nothing. It's not talking to the remote control anymore.
Yeah.
We've got absolutely nothing. But as soon as we go to put her in the cupboard with the prayer on, which is the safe place for everybody, confined with the prayer as the guy at the car boot told us, as soon as we go to...
Doesn't like to be confined?
Just really doesn't want to be put away.
That's weird.
So...
Yeah, that is weird. So it just doesn't like to be put away. And now it's stopped. So we've been having real trouble with this recently, and we had the batteries out, and we put completely in as a prop. Yeah.
And we had a group play in the room who wouldn't leave a corner of the room, stay towards the light. I came into the room to tell them that there's really nothing to be scared of, nothing to worry about, it's just fun. I've been making certain things happen to stress them out and wind them up a little. And as I came into the room to say, guys, chill out, relax, I'm not doing anything, just enjoy your game, she was going absolutely crazy. Crazy in the cupboard. That got me, which made the guys a bit more scared and just completely freaking out. We can settle her when she's in until we try and put her in.
And there's no trickery happening here.
There's no
That's a reaction from the doll.
Nothing to trigger that whatsoever. We had a remote control.
Yeah.
Of course we did. We servos and motors and things to make her freak out for the customers, like an attraction.
Yeah.
But not. We're not doing that.
And you've got another haunted room down there.
Yes, the exorcist room.
The exorcist room.
Seance table.
Shall we go over to the exorcist room now?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Let's go.
So this is the exorcist room?
Yes, this is one of my personal favourites of the rooms we do. I love the ambience. I love some of the trickery in this room is amazing, and it really adds to the theatre that we put on within an escape room.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the feel of it, of a real haunted house.
It certainly is, and that is exactly what we were trying. Everything we did in this room was to make you feel like you were in a haunted house. From the second you walked in, the impression, the fact that we've got the real seance table that's had that history with it, and some of the furniture and things, we had the magic along the way.
Yeah, well, with that happening, and the table in here, it's got a pentagram on it, hasn't it?
Yes.
You know, I'm not surprised the activity has happened.
Actually, we the whole process of what we were trying to achieve was to get people to create a seance without knowing it. So the story of the game was to put things on the table and create a real seance, call out for Cameo, the High Priest of Hell. And it was only a couple of days before we went live that it hit me that I have to stay here a lot late at night and they get to go home. Yeah. So maybe it's not so good to poke those things with a stick. So we changed the story in the end, but the symbology is real, and everything in the room is real to do with that.
Yeah. And what's happened in this room then?
We've heard noises, a lot of noises, which traditional in a basement or building with traffic going past and things. But Liam especially has noticed things with this chair. This chair, he's super freaked out by this chair. The other day when he opened up, he heard the chair being dragged along the floor. No. And he shouted out, "Ronnie, hey mate, why are the lights off?" And he had this 30-second conversation before he realised he was alone. And he found the chair was actually on the other side of the room. Now, we set this chair within the game in a specific place for a reason. I'm not going to give that away, but it's absolutely paramount that the chair starts in that place. And people move it as they're travelling around the room, but it must start in the same place. And recently we had a customer saying it was amazing the way you made the chair rock throughout the game. But
and that wasn't?
We don't make the chair rock in the game. So we've had quite a lot of activity around this chair. And last week I was working on the poltergeist room to get it finished, and I heard the stereo go way over the limits that it should, the speaker system that we've got. So I shouted out again to Liam, "Stop messing with the stereo because the damage," and he screamed, "The stereo's off." So the stereo was switched off? It sounded like it was growling. It really. So I got my phone out and recorded this footage because I knew nobody would believe me if I didn't. So I've actually got footage of the stereo freaking out and a lot of resistance. It's not white noise because we get feedback when we turn the system on and we know what that is. This is different. So this is different. Well, can we go to that footage now and check it? Absolutely, I'll put that on. Okay, well, we'll watch that now. Why is that starting then? I don't know, just started then. Just go and turn the mixer down for me. I've never done that before. It's those Ghost Dimension chaps with it. Oh, we had the Ghost Dimension chaps in.
I can't believe that. Well, that's weird, especially with it being switched off. No explanation other than it could be paranormal. It's definitely worth an event. And you know what? If we hear something like that in here tonight, that has to be paranormal then. So I'm hoping that maybe on my investigation, or when Paul goes and investigates, he'll hear that, or I'll hear it. If we do, that's the same activity that was happening. Well, I can't wait to investigate this place.
Let's do it.
You know what? I think we should. Come on.
Thank you.
I can't believe it, Paul. We're here again at Movie Escape Rooms. We've been invited in.
Yeah.
It's the site in Ashton. It's weird. We've been here before. We checked out this location. But when we checked it out, they are on the phone to us saying, oh my God, the activity's kicked off. Now, we were just looking at the location, didn't know that it was going to be haunted. As you know, we presumed it might have some spirits from the stories that Ronnie was telling us before we came. And we investigated it, looked fine, we felt some energy. We leave, it kicks off. And so they're calling us after we've been to Stockport, and we're now here.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I don't believe in coincidence. I've probably said this to you before. The whole series of events that brought us in contact with these guys and these locations, it does seem like we've been nudged, if you like, to be here. Yeah. And the fact that we've been here, and since we've been here, more things have happened. You know, it makes you wonder if whatever is here wants us to help them, perhaps. You know, they're calling out for a little bit of help. But there's some of the stories that we've been told.
It's weird.
It is.
When you walk down the steps and you come in here, Paul, you think, oh, what am I walking into? It's a corridor, you see no rooms. Then you open the door, and then bang, you're here.
Yeah. I mean, psychologically, it puts you on the back step anyway a little bit, because once you know what it's here for, you appreciate, from our point of view, how people can come in and think, you know, oh my God, this is, you know, scary.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the seance room. What we do is all tied to seances and what have you. So yeah, there's, you know, it puts that thought straight in your mind. We can come in a little bit more objectively, because we're not coming in to be scared.
Yeah.
We're coming in to investigate. So this room doesn't mean anything to us now.
But it could later.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should go and investigate.
Yeah, there's a lot to do again here.
Shall we do it?
Yeah, I think we need to.
Well, let's hope we survive and escape the escape rooms.
Well, if not, it's been nice knowing you.
Come on then, let's do it. Okay, so I've come into the first room, which, as you'll see, is pitch black. Well, you won't be able to tell on the camera. This is another haunted room here at Moviescape. And I tell you what, you guys may be able to see now. We've got some infrared illuminators here. But for me, I can't see a thing, and it's pitch black. I'm just going to show you what I've got in the room, and also at the same time, if I can shut this door as well. Hopefully I'm not locked in the escape room. Also at the same time, what I'm going to do is have a look myself, because it's hard to see. But somewhere in this room, there we go, I have placed I can't see, so I'm just trying to point, a REM pod on the table here next to this candle. I've also got a REM pod over here on this table. I'm walking slow so I don't hit anything. There's a candle, yeah. There's a REM pod there, so if anything comes near that, it will go off. Now also, this is an exciting object. Let me show you this. Oh sorry, that was me bumping into the table, and it set the REM off. That's how pitch black it is in here. Over here, this is a new device that we've got here, exclusively on Ghost Dimension. This is a new version of a periscope. Inside there's some lights which will light up, so it captures all different angles of static energy, and this light's on the top. So if I put my hand on it, is it switched on? Yeah. You'll see it lights up, and at the minute it's pretty hard. That was over there. I can hear footsteps, but I'll check that in a second. But this is pretty hard for this to light up. So if anything does interfere with that, then you know what? Hopefully we'll capture it on camera. What the hell is going on out there? Where's the door? Nothing out there.
Okay, so I'm in what we call the poltergeist room now, and yeah, it doesn't feel great in here. I've got the just switch that back on. I've got REMs. There's that bloody doll, which seems to move on its own. I've got the electroscope over there. Brought the ovilus in as well, so we'll see if that talks to me in a minute. That doll is very creepy. I'm just going to stand so that you can see it in the background. Now, apparently, even with the controller off, it's been going absolutely bananas. And when it's being put into the cabinet, that's when it seems to object and starts behaving very erratically. Technically it's supposed to be broken, it's not supposed to be doing anything. The eyes are lit up on it at the moment, which Ronnie can't explain. It's just a creepy bloody thing, it really is. So anyway, we'll see if anything's here. Just going to put the ovilus on as well. Let's see if that says anything to me. Temperature in here again at the moment 64. Business, yes, there's a business here. 64.1 to 2. Size, what about the size of what?
Okay, this rocking chair again has been believed to have moved on its own, and there's a mirror somewhere in here. There we are, look, it's a mirror, and in this mirror, this isn't a mirror for clues. People have actually seen clues in this mirror, which that door's opening. Right. Jesus, just walking into it. Hello? Hello? What's going on in here? That's weird. Where is that mirror? This mirror is where people have seen clues. Maybe we'll see something tonight. It's a weird cabinet there. Oh! Just walked into the rocking chair. Oh, Jesus. Okay, if there's anyone in here that is appearing and making noises that the guests are witnessing, show yourself to me. Like one of these meters on the table, these are called REM pods. If you come near them, they'll go off. They will set off, they will make noises. Come towards me, do something in this room. That was a bang over here in this cabinet. Hello? Jesus Christ, it's another bang then. Do you know what it is like? You just get these little bangs and you wonder what they are. And but I also, you know what I feel in here? I feel really sick, and I feel like horrible sick. There's under this table. Look, do you know what's in here? Let me show you. It's a pentagram. This pentagram's been carved, where is it? Into the table. It's freaky. Ooh! That's me. I'm struggling to see anything. And I've just hidden something under this table. What is it I've hidden? Candle. No way, that was the door again, that was the door. What was it with that cross? I know that cross moves, but... No, it wasn't the cross. Jesus. Hello? Hello? It's... I know this is made up to be creepy. With it being like a child's bedroom. You can see the cot there. And there's old pictures on the wall, but it really does feel even creepier than it looks. Can you let me know who you are? Can you come and interfere with some of the equipment I've brought? Show yourself to me. Tree. Very random. I'm going to move that off there actually. Outside. Okay. Is there a tree outside? Just going to stand it there. What the hell was that? Sounded like something just hit the floor. Can't see anything. Sounds like something just... Human. Yeah. I am. Are you? What are you? Oh, I've got bloody pins and needles. That doll is absolutely freaking me out. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if you can tell what that says, but it says pull. Pull and bike. Not sure that's a compliment. Jesus. It's like there's something out there. I heard that then. That door I'm just going to focus on that door. Look. I'm going to stand away from it. Look. Can't, let me just... Let's stand right back. No! What's going on? Look at this. I've never seen this happen before. No! What's going on? Is it spring loaded or something? I'm just going to try and debunk this door because it's like fighting with me. Every time I shut it, it's opening. It shouldn't do that unless it's got like a spring on it. You can see this door's not rigged. You can see there's nothing on that. What's that? No? I'm going to hold it shut. Go on. Open it. 5, 4, Somebody just touched my arm. What the hell was that? Somebody just touched my arm and the door opened again.
Do you know who I am? Do you recognise me? Who are you? Can you tell me your name? Is your name Paul? The same as mine? Just realised I've got my back to that water. I've got my back to that doll. I really don't want my back to that doll. Creepy thing it really is. So, oh, shine a light. What the hell was that? That sounded like the door opening or closing or something. Jesus. So, it said so, and the door made a noise like the handle was being pulled down, and I'm looking at that doll and I'm sure its head's dropped a little bit. I'm sure a few minutes ago it was more up, but I don't know, it could be shoot. I'd prefer it if you didn't. Come on, do something that I can... Careful what you wish for sometimes. Do something in here. I really want you to try as hard as you can to interact with the equipment I've got here. It's not difficult. All you need to do is approach any of the black boxes with the silver sticks coming out of them. If you go near them, I'm stood on a squeaky floorboard, but that sounded like it was over there. Oh boy. I was just going to explain a little bit about the equipment. Composure. You see, sometimes that said records. Yeah, so it's either records or records. I've tried to do some research to find out a bit more about this place, and about who was here. There's a limited amount of information I could find. Sometimes when you come to a location that hasn't been investigated before and you bring all this sort of equipment with you, they don't know how to interact with it. You can tell them, but they can be wary, which is understandable. So you don't always get interaction with the equipment. Sometimes they just do what they've all... That was a bang again. Nick. That's a name, Nick. Is that your name? Are you Nick? Holy shit. That sounded like fingernails on the wall. I'm just going to move a little bit further away. You see, that is a report of poltergeist activity when you start hearing scratching on the wall. That's really good. That's a solid wall, so how's that happening?
Something touched my arm and that door opened. Now you can see this. No, whoa, the ramming's going and the door's going on. Where's... Look, there's this chair. The rem went off. The rem went off. And I can hear now radio, like a hiss of a radio. All the electric stuff like that switched off. That's one of the reports here. The noises are coming through the radio. Now walk towards me if that's you opening that door and setting that rem off. Come towards me and touch me again if you touched me. See if I can see anything. I can hear people above, but that's not here. Hopefully not, because I don't know what's above us. But this is separate. Do you know what? It's like people are running. It could be something different. That's weird. I'll check that out later. Let me shut this door. What's this? Joking me. Let me just do that again. No. Hey, look. Watch. Watch. One hand on the camera, one hand on the door. Why is it opening? It should be shut. It should wedge shut. It's shown me shut it before. Now it's fighting to stay open. Oh, give up. That's weird. What was that then? I saw a light. Maybe it was a bouncing like that over there. But I saw something then. Go onto the table. Okay.
That's really good. If I knock on this, can you knock back? If I can find this. Oh, I haven't even started yet. Alright, this is freaky. Just gonna have a look at the ovilus because that just said mummy. Oh, I'm gonna face this way. There's a noise on that wall. That sounded like something snuffling. You know, like a dog. Oh, I'm not even going to try it. That sounded like something animalistic. You're doing really well. Oh, God. Girl. So we've had mummy, girl, Nick, my name. It's really good. If that's you, thank you. Did you see a shadow? Oh, there's a lot of dragging noises. I just saw a shadow. I'm hoping that I had the camera where it needed to be at that point, but I saw a shadow just moving towards that bloody doll. You're doing amazingly well. I'm slightly pooing myself. Give me one big sign. I really appreciate it if you could just set off any piece of equipment. You're talking through my talking box over there, which is amazing. But I know what that said. Pluto. Oh, shine a light yet again. That door. I'm going to have to go and have a look to see what's going on. Think. Okay, so that said think. Does it mean think about what you're doing, going looking at that door? Do I want to see what's on the other side of it? I think I need to have a look just for the sake. Enter. Okay, so the ovilus has said think and enter just as I was about to open that door. I'm going to go over here to the back of this room. You see where I am? Okay, now something touched my foot. It's weird that obviously this place, you wouldn't expect it to be haunted because it's an escape room. And like the other one that we did, owned by the same people, it was in a haunted mill. This is in a haunted house, if you like, put together. And why wouldn't it not be haunted? It's land, isn't it? And if scare attractions are happening here, then it's going to increase paranormal activity in this location. So I'm not surprised that this is haunted. Okay, I'm going to call out and I'm going to ask. Oh shit, that was me on a rem. It's how terrifying it is, isn't it? You just don't know what's what because you can't see a thing. But I'm going to call out, point the camera over there, and we'll see if anything can happen, okay? Okay, if you're around and your energy is in this room, knock one of these candles off, like one of my devices, or speak to me and use your voice. Identify who you are. Hello? Listen, it's gone really quiet in here. It's like it's anticipating it building itself up. There's a clock there as well, look. Time is on the clock. It's like it's building itself up to do